What's good, Shadow Gang? We back at it. How y'all doing, man? Welcome back to another video. If y'all new here, please subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. Follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter, and my damn TikTok. Some of y'all not fucking following my shit. Thank you. I know. Josh. Nah, real shit though. Welcome back if y'all returning. If y'all new here, welcome. Welcome. You know. So yeah, we're gonna react to our Maven. Hopefully that's how I can't pronounce names good, but he used to be a WWE wrestler. Now I am subscribed to his channel, and I do follow him on Instagram. And he said he made a couple of videos. I just saw a post he made, and I'm like, all right, let me type it in and stuff, because I'm subscribed to a lot of things. So sometimes I don't even get the notifications. And he has this one that caught my eye called "Who's on My Mountain Rushmore of Wrestling." Now I don't know about y'all, but I'm actually curious to know what his opinion is, considering the fact that he actually worked with some pretty big names. Like, for those that don't know Maven, well, the highlight of his career was getting eliminated by the Undertaker and shit. Yeah, he also worked with Shelton Benjamin at one point. He was the hardcore champion. Yeah. So oh yeah, he won Tough Enough. I think the first season. So yeah, we're gonna see who's his Mount Rushmore. See if I agree with it. But of course, it's his opinion. But you get the idea. Fuck it. But let's get right into it.
This
And
video is
also, it's like I react to wrestling, so might as well. And I'm a YouTuber, and I like to react to videos. So why not react to a wrestler who used to work for the WWE that does YouTube?
this video is sponsored by Grooms. Who are the four greatest individuals in wrestling history? Who single-handedly left their mark, making it the
That's a big
global
one, in my
phenomenon
opinion.
it is today? Who is on wrestling's Mount Rushmore? Now, I can't speak for everyone,
Don't
but
tell me
I
homies
can
in the
speak for
mountain, though.
myself. Who makes my wrestling Mount Rushmore? Does my trainer Al Snow make it? Does one of my old friends Randy Orton make it? I mean, do I make it? One thing I can guarantee is there are a few that will be controversial. So join me
Ooh.
as I give my Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling. And
Okay.
what better place to give my Mount Rushmore than here at Mount Rushmore?
Hey, yeah. Simple but clever. I love it.
First on my Mount Rushmore is Hulk Hogan. And I know what you're saying. Trust me. I understand the controversies that surrounds the man, and I am in no way, shape, or form endorsing Terry Bollea, the man. But I can argue wrestling is not what it is today without Hulk Hogan. I grew up in the 80s, and I remember when wrestling went from territories to a nationally televised product, and it needed a superstar. And there was no one that.
You know what? That's true. He has a point right there. Am I the only one? Because I wasn't born at that time, so I'm the only one that looks back then, like the videos from back then. I'm like, damn, Macho Man was the guy, in my opinion. Like, the dude was just a big dude who knew how to wrestle, knew how to cut a promo. I was like, why the fuck he wasn't the star? But they wanted Hogan.
that was bigger than Hulk Hogan. Trust me, people who didn't know anything about the business, people who didn't even like wrestling, knew who Hulk Hogan was. He was showing up in serials, on movies, on television shows. He was everywhere. He helped put wrestling on the map. And I can also argue he did it again in the 90s when he helped create the NWO, which kicked off the Monday Night Wars leading to the Attitude Era, also helping another member earn the list on my Mount Rushmore. And believe me, you'll never hear me argue that Hogan was the best technical wrestler ever,
No.
but ask yourself one thing. Is wrestling what it is today without Hogan and his boom of the 1980s? And everyone remembers Hogan's saying of say your prayers and eat your vitamins,
Lies.
but that's easier said than done. With so many supplements available, meeting your daily nutritional requirements is a challenge. However,
That's
this
true.
video sponsor, Groons, makes it easy, brother. Let me show you. Left him at home. Josh, help me out. Thanks, Josh.
This dude is putting so much time and effort in these videos, and I fucking respect it, man. Fucking love it,
Grooms
maybe.
is a complete and comprehensive formula that gives you everything your body needs and then some. This isn't a multivitamin, a green gummy, or a probiotic. It's that and then some. Each daily snack pack comes with 8 gummies loaded with over 20 vitamins and minerals and over
crazy. I
60
usually don't
whole
watch
food
these.
ingredients. Way more than generic multivitamin brands. But Grooms isn't another vitamin. No, it has a higher bioavailability. What does that mean? All it means is that you can absorb and use more of its nutrients after you take it. But Grooms also offers you gut health, beauty, energy, immunity, recovery, and cognition benefits. Plus, it makes for a great snack. So
Maybe it
click
looks
the
pretty
link
good,
in the
y'all.
description and get 45, yes, 45% off
It looks
your
good and
order.
shit.
And once again, Josh, can you help me out? Next on my Mount Rushmore, the Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve
Of course.
Austin. Now, I knew I had to put someone from the Attitude Era in this list, and to be perfectly honest, my partner and I went back and forth over Stone Cold or The Rock. After debating back and forth,
Stone
we
Cold,
finally landed on the Rattlesnake. Because I dare you to think of the Attitude Era and not think of Stone Cold. I dare you to think of a t-shirt and not think of Austin 360.
Bro, there's only two t-shirts I see to this day from back in the day. Austin 316 and the NWO t-shirt. I don't see no other t-shirts from back then that people are wearing now. Those are the only t-shirts people still wear to this day.
16, and I dare you to think of a moment that lives in infamy and have it not have the rattlesnake in it. On a personal note, during my time there, I was fortunate enough to be privy to everyone's entrance. And when that glass shattered the arena, it was just different.
Yeah.
Even backstage, when Steve was in a segment, you lit up. When Steve was gonna do something, you knew it was going to be amazing.
Get your bread, bro.
Amazing. And for mid-card guys like me, having myself in one segment with Austin just helps complete my career. And even for today's generation, where the stars of yesteryear have went
That's
off
my guy right
blazing
there.
their own
Seen.
trail, Stone Cold has stayed within the wrestling community and still means so much to everyone. And for those reasons, Stone Cold Steve Austin makes my Mount Rushmore. And that's the bottom line, because Maven said so. Next on my Mount Rushmore is, of course, the dead man, the Undertaker. Now, when I was thinking about who I was going to put on my list, Taker didn't immediately jump to mind, and then I was reminded about his 30-year career and how he spent over 3 decades with one company. And loyalty has to matter. There's truly something to be said for staying with one company for over 30 years, especially when other companies were offering big paydays to jump ship. But longevity isn't the only reason Taker made my Mount Rushmore. For all the amazing matches and wonderful memories he gave you in the ring, he meant even more backstage to all the boys.
Locker room
And
leader.
believe me, I know. I firsthand was able to take advantage of this selflessness. I mean, before I was deserving, he let me eliminate him and a few weeks later pin him for the Hardcore Championship. But it extends far beyond me. Taker's fingerprints in that locker room helped mold career after career for decade after decade. And you'll find no one backstage in a wrestling locker room with more respect. Who has earned more respect? Known as the godfather of the locker room. I can't say what wrestling would look like without The Undertaker, but I can say undoubtedly he left the locker room and wrestling as a whole a better place.
Yeah.
And the final person making my Mount Rushmore, and I know you're going to disagree with me and think I am wrong, and that is perfectly fine. The final head on my Mount Rushmore is Vince McMahon. When Vince took
Ah,
over, wrestling was a
I
regional,
guess.
territorial product, and superstars would move from territory to territory, repackaging themselves, and it was hard to get national recognition. Vince changed all this. Vince knew that there was a demand for sports entertainment, and a demand to make superstars, to make men and women almost larger than life, and to make them accessible to you, the fans. Vince brought wrestling into millions and millions of homes, wrestling that was not
Yeah.
there before he came around.
Yeah, that's a point. My thing with Vince is he just didn't come up with some of these characters. That's my problem with it. You know.
Vince helped popularize the pay-per-view method, giving the
Hmm.
fans one big show to look forward to each and every month. Vince had the foresight to take the action away from regional, smaller venues and put them into larger stadiums and arenas. And trust me, I get it. He's had some stinkers along the way. We all have. But Vince was the first person to take a live weekly television show and make you care about it. He has created more iconic stars and moments than any promoter in wrestling history. And everybody,
Yo, he took a lot of get. He just took wrestlers that were already established. He was getting ready to fire Cena. Stephanie really made him, but I understand where my boy Maven is coming from. I understand that's his opinion, and I understand. I get it.
on my Mount Rushmore, is there in part because of Vince McMahon. And in this case, it's perfectly fine to maybe not like the artist, but appreciate the
The
art
art,
they
yeah.
created along the way. Speaking of Vince McMahon, what was my relationship like with him?
Oh yeah, he has a video about it. All right, here's my Mountain Rushmore: Cena, Randy, Ray, Taker. That's pretty much it. Simple as that. I can add more, but the Mountain Rushmore is for. So I'm gonna put Cena, Randy, Ray, and Taker. So yeah, those are my influences, and yeah, I fucks with them. But like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. Let me know if y'all like this reaction. Let me know if you want me to react to more of Maven's video, cause I always like wrestling. All I do is talk about wrestling this channel, basically. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. Catch you on the next one. Shout out. Peace.